the Old Fitzgerald Decanter Series. These bottles are impossible to find and usually outrageously expensive if you do. I was lucky enough to get this one at MSRP, but does the juice even live up to that price tag? Today, we're going to find out. Another episode of Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and today is my very first bottle review of 2024. And I just want to say thank you so much to all the subscribers out there and all the support that I've gotten over the last year. Really means the world to me. I really love responding to all the comments. So please, let's continue to help grow this channel in 2024. My goal is to hit 3,000 subscribers. So if you're not already a subscriber, please go ahead and get subscribed because we're going to have some killer content coming your way real soon. But anyways, today we got the Old Fitzgerald 8-year. This is the 2023 fall release. If you don't know, Old Fitzgerald, the Decanter Series, they do 2 releases a year, typically in the spring and the fall. And the age statements have ranged from 8 years all the way up to 19 years. Boom! Which I was lucky enough to trade for one of these last year. Anyways, so MSRPs on this one was around $109. I was able to pick this up at MSRP here at a local Virginia ABC store. There was a drop a couple weeks ago. I got to the store super early in the morning. I was able to be second in line, and I was able to score one of these because only 3 bottles were delivered. So super stoked to have this bottle here to review today. Now, a little background on the Old Fitzgerald brand. This brand was first registered in 1884 and was eventually sold to Pappy Van Winkle during Prohibition. And then in 1999, Heaven Hill bought the brand in 1999, and this is distilled in Kentucky today. Anyways, enough of all that. Let's go ahead. I do have this poured up. I actually did a first impressions review of this last night, and I felt that, as I was finishing the pour, my review didn't accurately reflect, the juice inside the bottle. So I wanted to let this glass sit out for a little bit longer today and give y'all a real review. Anyways, so this is their weeded mash bill. Heaven Hill has the Old Fitzgerald line and as well as the Larceny line. So Larceny small batch, as their sub 100 proof offering. They also have their barrel proof as well, which is an amazing bottle for like that $65 price range. Anyways, stop rambling. On to the notes. Yeah, I mean, this does remind me a lot of the 19-year. Yeah, I'm getting a fair amount of caramel, not quite as much like butterscotch. Definitely more of a caramel note there. The oak is very present, and it is like pretty much like up front there. It does smell like a little like some charry oak. So it doesn't smell like it's going to be like, it doesn't smell like one of those like deep, rich, robust like sweet oak profiles. Like I tend to talk about so much, but not much fruit. Not really getting anything. Like occasionally I can get like a random waft of it, in there, but like it's definitely very, very faint if I'm able to pick it up. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the palate. Cheers. Yeah, the first thing I noticed there is the oak presence, which is kind of, it's only 8 years old, 8 years age-stated, so yeah, it's a little bit more on the bitter side there, I do want to say, on the oak profile. Yeah, let's go ahead for one more. Yeah, the oak is definitely a little bit more on the bitter side. It is drying. That oak is drying there, on the mid palate as well. Like I really feel like, the moisture on my tongue will, just like really evaporate there. It does kind of lead to a sweeter mid palate, definitely like more more of a caramel profile there. And then on the back end, like as I breathe out, I get like a little bit of like some stewed berries, like hints of it there, like nothing major with some vanilla there as well. The mouth coating, you know, not like overly viscous. Um, yeah, on that sip there, definitely got a little more of those like fruity undertones. Yeah, a little bit more of like a fruit medley there. Almost not like too dark of red fruits, but like the fruits are there. Um, like they're too faint for me to be able to like kind of like pick out like if it's a like a cherry or a blackberry or like whatever, or if it's like a lighter orange fruit as well. So I mean it does have a little bit of that fruit profile. Yeah, but the notes didn't really. Yeah, it's not like an overwhelmingly like dense pungent notes. I am enjoying this pour, and for $109 to get like the cool fancy decanter and to have this on the bar, I think that I'm really happy with the purchase there. But like speaking to the distillate like itself, for like $109, I definitely think there are better options like out there on the market. I'm gonna be trying to do something new this year with my ratings, so we can have actually provide like a number score with them as well. So like I I would buy this again also at around that like $109 price point. But for $109 with the juice, like I'm feeling like this is like a 6.8, 6.9, like right around in there. Yeah, I mean it's good. The sweetness just like isn't overwhelming and like dominant enough, for me to like really amp those scores up. Honestly, like that bitter oak there on the front end of the palate and like how drying it is not like the most satisfying of notes there. I do think it's like relatively well put together, and it's not a bad pour at all. I just think that like some of those characteristics I just stated are kind of like holding me back for giving it a better score. Let's do a quick comparison because I would be remiss if I fresh cracked the baby and didn't let the granddad come out and stretch its legs a little bit. I'm not going to pour too much out of it. I have been sharing this quite a good bit. Yeah, it's tough when you get a new bottle, and you have friends over, and it's just kind of like, well, they got to try it. So, but yeah, I mean, just looking at them in the glass, the 19-year right here, it definitely is a little bit darker. It's a little bit lighter color in the glass, but like the 19-year, it isn't like crazy dark, but it is a good bit darker. Ah, yeah. I mean, you can definitely tell that the 8-year is younger than the 9-year. Yeah, I mean, this nose is again. I mean, that is a sweet oak, like all the good sweet oak. I talk about it all the time, but this is a very well-rounded sweet oak there. You get a lot of like that sweet maple. Man, but that sweet oak there on the nose just smells so good. Yeah, this is fresh poured, but dang. Yeah, now, wow, just first sip. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. First sip. The 19-year is leaps and bound above the 8-year, just in terms of, kind of like the more youthful side of it. Calling it an 8-year with like youthfulness, it does. The flavor profile on the 8-year is a lot more sharper, than this 19-year. Like this, the 19 was velvety, silky, smooth. And it was maple, like maple syrup, heavy, like oak covered maple syrup there on the palate. The viscosity is definitely amped up a little bit. Man, but that nose just, yeah, and like the berryness. Yeah, like that, like the stewed berries, like stewed blackberries, cherry there on the finish is really pronounced, you know, on the back end of that. I mean, this is just absolutely spectacular. I haven't gone back to this bottle in a while. I'm kind of really surprised at, you know, how good it is right now. Yeah, for 100 proof, again, I don't think you can really go wrong. And, you know, either one of these are fantastic pours. I think this one definitely drinks closer to that like $100 price tag, and you can tell that, you know, this 19-year like definitely does drink special, but I don't think that it's still like the $260 or whatever MSRP. I mean, it's definitely drink special. If you'd enjoyed this video today, and if you liked, you know, me trying to attempt to give a rating scale to my reviews to hopefully provide you guys some more context, or if there's anything else you think I should be adding to my reviews to help provide, you know, some more data points for you guys, I'll be happy to do so. Anyways, guys, this is Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and pop the bottles and share the pours, and we'll see you in the next one.